Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about respiration in plants. Students, this plant also like other organisms, plant cells also use their glucose and oxygen, then they release carbon dioxide, water and energy. Students, that water is used as a transpiration process and maintains the water cycle. Energy is utilized by the plants and the carbon dioxide is released in atmosphere. During daytime, this carbon dioxide released by the process of respiration is used up for photosynthesis. But during the night time, student, this carbon dioxide is released in atmosphere. That's why this is also advisable that we should not sleep under the tree during night time, because during night time plants uses the oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So the plants uses the oxygen, which causes the scarcity in that place, in that surrounding, and they release carbon dioxide, so it increase the concentration of carbon dioxide in that area. So students, we are also doing respiration, so during night time it causes harm to us. Now let's see that how this respiration process occurs in plant. First, it occurs in plants by the help of leaves. Students, leaves are having the stomata, which are called as the tiny pores present on the leaf surface. These tiny pores open in air cavity and provides oxygen to the surrounding cells for the process of respiration. In stems, this process occurs by stomata as well as lenticels, because in young stems, in the small plants like sapling, which is looking green in color, generally they have both of these parts, stomata as well as lenticels. So in young stems it is carried by both of these, but when the plants become old, in tree cases, that soft stem is replaced by the woody stem, and woody stems only have lenticels which develops in their body below the bark of tree, whereas these lenticels helps in gaseous exchange. So when respiration occurs through stems, that is done by lenticels in woody tree in plants. Now when this process occurs in root, it occurs by two things, that is lenticels as well as root hairs. Friends, these roots have root hairs, and these root hairs extends in air spaces of soil particles, so that they can take in oxygen and release out carbon dioxide from it. So in this manner, this process occurs in plants by the help of diffusion in air of exchange of gases. Now let's see, students, that we will do one activity which shows that this carbon dioxide is produced during the process of respiration. Now students, let's see through the activity that how carbon dioxide is released by plants during process of respiration. Here this activity is showing us that it is released by the germinating seeds. Students, why have we taken germinating seeds? Because for germination of seeds also it requires energy, and that energy is taken here by the process of respiration. So we have taken some moon seeds for which is showing us germinating process. Now the aim of our activity is to show the carbon dioxide is released by plants during respiration. What kinds of material is required for this? It is done by a wide mouth bottle with two hole cork, test tube thistle funnel, this is thistle funnel, delivery tube which is bent twice. Here one point it is bending and this is another point where it is bending. So it is delivery tube with bent twice. Water, this is the lime water filled. Black paper for covering and germinating seeds taken here. Student, what we have to do in this process, like you are observing in the diagram, first of all, take a wide mouth bottle as it is seen in the figure, and then place some germinating seeds in the bottom. We have taken a bowl in which some germinating moong seeds are kept here in the bottom of the bottle. Then we plug the opening of bottle with a cork having two holes. Here the cork is having two holes. One hole we are inserting the thistle funnel, another one we are inserting the delivery tube. So we fix thistle funnel in one hole and close it with the opening with a cork. Whereas in second hole we insert a delivery tube bent twice. This is the delivery tube and this is the thistle funnel kept here. Now we place this under a free end and delivery tube in a test tube filled with water. Here you can see this delivery tube is put in the test tube filled with water. Then we place the setup in a dark room corner and wrap the bottle with the black paper. Students, the second line is showing here with the black paper wrapping on the bottle. Now what we will do next day, we will open the cork of the funnel and slowly pour some water into it to almost full. Then the air from the bottle is displaced through delivery tube into the test tube and containing some lime water. Students, thirdly, what we will do, we will open the cork of the funnel and slowly pour the water in the bottle till it becomes full, and then the air from here is displaced through the test tube. Now what we will observe here, our observation will be that when the seed is showing us germinating, as it is doing respiration, it takes in oxygen of that bottle and releases carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide moves from the delivery tube and goes into the lime water. Then this lime water turns milky. How it turns milky? Because of carbon dioxide coming into test tube by the delivery tube. Because this is the property of a lime water, when it reacts with carbon dioxide, it turns milky. So the turning of lime water confirms here that carbon dioxide is released during the process of respiration here. So students, let's see, the observation is that lime water turns milky here. So what we conclude by this activity, that germinating seeds produce carbon dioxide which turns lime water milky and confirms us that carbon dioxide is released during the process of respiration. Now students, let's see that difference between respiration and photosynthesis. Both the processes occurs in plants. So before that you have to write down this activity in your notebook also. Now let's see the difference between respiration and photosynthesis. Friends, now let's see how this process of respiration is different from photosynthesis. As we have discussed about photosynthesis earlier, in which glucose is prepared or synthesized from carbon dioxide and water, which require solar energy and chloroplast. Means that it occurs inside the chloroplast of the cell. Whereas what we have studied today, that respiration process in plants where glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water and energy is released here in the process. This process occurs inside the mitochondria of the plant cell. Now let's see that how this respiration process is just vice versa of photosynthesis process which occurs in plants. Today we are going to discuss about the differential points of respiration and photosynthesis. It is, the first point of difference is, it is an exergonic process. Respiration is an exergonic process where energy is released, whereas photosynthesis is an endergonic process where energy is used or absorbed. Second point of difference is respiration occurs during daytime as well as in night time, and photosynthesis occurs only and only in the daytime as it requires the presence of sunlight. Thirdly, point of difference is it respiration process involves the breakdown of glucose, whereas in photosynthesis glucose is formed, it is synthesized. Now the fourth point of difference is that respiration process uses carbon dioxide and release carbon dioxide in this process. It uses oxygen gas and releases carbon dioxide, which is just opposite of photosynthesis, because in photosynthesis plants uses carbon dioxide and releases oxygen gas. Now let's see the fifth point of difference, that respiration process occurs inside the mitochondria of plant cell, whereas the photosynthesis process occurs in the chloroplast of plant cell. Students, please note down this difference in your notebook. This is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.